The United States, a vast continent of diverse peoples, continues to witness fascinating shifts in its human landscape. Among these, the growth of the American Muslim community is significant. By 2020, this community had grown to 3.85 million, about 1.1% of the US population. This growth is driven by immigration and a higher birth rate. The presence of Muslim Americans is becoming more visible. They are an integral part of the American story, contributing and asserting their identity in a multifaceted society. Parallel to the growth of the Muslim population, one observes a remarkable increase in their places of worship. In 2000, there were approximately 1,209 mosques in the United States. By 2011, the count had risen to 2,106, almost doubling in just over 10 years. Further data up to 2020 revealed another substantial increase, with the number of mosques reaching 2,769. These structures are more than just buildings. They are hubs of community life, education and social gathering. Each new mosque tells a story of local effort and collective aspiration. The mosque serves as a focal point, a sanctuary where faith is nurtured and community bonds are strengthened. The establishment of a mosque often signifies a community's sense of permanence and belonging in a particular locality. This expansion of sacred infrastructure is a compelling aspect of the Muslim American experience. It reflects both devotion and a deep-rooted desire for communal identity. The factors contributing to this proliferation are multifaceted, primarily responding to the growing number of Muslims needing places for worship and community activities. As families settle and grow, the demand for such facilities naturally increases. This continued proliferation of sacred spaces is a clear indicator of a community solidifying its presence. The tapestry of the American Muslim community has been significantly woven with threads of immigration. Immigration from Muslim-majority countries has driven community growth, but federal policies impact this flow. Recent policy changes have introduced complexities affecting demographics and perspectives. The community adapts, relying on internal growth and integration of new generations. Federal policies shape the sense of welcome and security for all. Despite the steady growth and increasing integration of the Muslim community in America, public perception remains a complex and often challenging terrain. Surveys reveal that Muslims, alongside atheists, have sometimes received cooler ratings on a feeling thermometer. This suggests that a segment of the American public holds less warm views towards their Muslim fellow citizens. A particularly striking development has been the increasing polarization of these views along political lines. The gap in attitudes towards Muslims between those identifying with different political ideologies has widened. This polarization can make constructive dialogue and mutual understanding more difficult to achieve. For Muslim Americans, it means navigating a public sphere where they may be viewed through a partisan lens. The challenge lies in fostering connections that transcend these political divides, building bridges based on shared humanity and common values. Efforts to foster greater familiarity and dialogue between Muslim Americans and the wider public are crucial steps towards building a more inclusive and accurately informed society. Discrimination is a significant aspect of the Muslim American experience. Surveys show the American public recognizes this challenge. Many Muslim Americans report encountering prejudice or unfair treatment. Addressing this requires more than just awareness. It calls for concerted efforts to combat prejudice. Public discourse surrounding Islam in the United States is often marked by a contentious question whether Islam is more likely than other faiths to encourage violence. Opinion on this matter is sharply divided within the American populace. This division reflects the complex relationship many non-Muslims have with understanding Islam. A significant aspect of this division is the pronounced partisan gap that has emerged and widened over time. Republicans are now far more likely than Democrats to assert that Islam encourages violence more than other religions. Compounding this challenge is a widespread lack of personal familiarity with Muslims and their faith. A considerable portion of Americans report that they do not personally know anyone who is Muslim. This lack of direct acquaintance creates a vacuum easily filled with misinformation or fear-inducing narratives. Research reveals a powerful antidote to these negative perceptions: personal connection. Non-Muslim Americans who know someone who is Muslim are more likely to hold a positive view of Muslims in general. This underscores the profound impact of interpersonal relationships in breaking down barriers and fostering empathy. Simple everyday interactions can be a potent force for changing hearts and minds, building bridges where once there were walls of misunderstanding. The journey of Muslim Americans has also been marked by a growing presence in public service and political representation. This is significant, particularly in the context of the years following September 11, 2001. The emergence of Muslim voices in political arenas signifies a notable stride towards civic engagement and inclusion. A milestone was achieved with the 110th Congress in 2007, welcoming Representative Keith Ellison, the first Muslim elected to this national legislative body. His election was a landmark moment, symbolizing a breakthrough for Muslim Americans in national politics. The 117th Congress included not only Representative Andre Carson, but also the first two Muslim women elected to Congress, Representatives Ilhan Omar and Rashida Tlaib. Their elections were historic, further diversifying the faces and voices within American governance. This growing cohort of Muslim lawmakers reflects the community's increasing civic participation. The rise of Muslim political figures is a powerful testament to the community's journey, signaling deeper integration into the American political fabric. It ensures their voices are heard in the halls where decisions affecting all citizens are made.